Hey developers, welcome back to the programming fields. I'm Umesh Rana and this is the third part of our Laravel 11 Fortify authentication series. So far we have successfully implemented user registration, login and profile edit update functionality using Laravel Fortify. For the front-end views, we are leveraging Laravel Breeze authentication scaffolding, which provides pre-built views to handle all the user interface aspects of authentication. On the back end, we are using Fortify to manage the logic and security of these actions. So if I will come to the login page and if I will try to log in through one of the registered user, we have successfully logged in and redirected to the dashboard page. Here in the profile option, we have the profile settings. If we'll click on this, we are able to manage this profile information. We can update it here. And this entire backend logic is working through the Laravel Fortify, and for the front end, we have used the Laravel Breeze package. Now in the today's video, we are going to dive into two more important features. The first one will be password update. So we will integrate that password update functionality here in this profile settings itself, since Laravel Breeze conveniently includes a section to manage the password within the profile settings. Next, we will implement the reset password functionality. So if I will log out and if I will click on the login page, we don't have the forgot password option here. So this will allow users to reset their password if they forget it. We will walk through the entire process step by step and we'll make sure everything works smoothly. So without further delay, let's jump straight into the practical implementation. So firstly, we will start with the password update functionality, and for that, firstly I will log into the registered account. So I will again log in through this account, and under the profile settings, we have the profile option only. So let's come to the VS Code editor. Here inside this resources, views, we have the profile folder. Inside this profile, we have the edit.blade.php. Inside this profile edit blade, we have included this partial blade to update the profile information. Now we will have to include the update password form. So simply I will uncomment this. Okay. So this will include the update password form, and this password form is provided by Laravel Breeze, and this is inside profile partials. We have the update password form. Alright. So through this form, we will be updating the password. Here inside this form, the action is password.update, and this route is provided by Laravel Breeze package. But again, we are not going to use Laravel Breeze for managing this password update thing. We will be handling it through the Laravel Fortify only. So if we will come to the terminal and if we will check the route list, we don't have the password update route here. Okay. So firstly, we will have to enable that feature in configuration of Laravel Fortify. So let's come to the code editor again. Under the config folder, we have the fortify.php. Here we have the update password functionality. So simply enable this. Let's come to the terminal again. Let's recheck this route list. Now we can see we have the user password update route added by Laravel Fortify, and this is expecting put method. So in the password update form, we will have to add this form action as user password.update. So let's add it. Inside the update password form, we have the password.update route defined here. Now instead of password.update, according to Laravel Fortify, we will have to update this to user password.update. So let's change this. So I will add user password.update. This is done. And the form method is already defined as a put method. So this is fine. Let's come to the browser. Let's refresh now. We can see we have the update password section enabled here. If we will try to submit this form, this triggered the password field validation here. Now let me try to update the password from here. So here we will have to add the current password. So the current password is 1234567 Now in the new password, I will add admin@123. Now we will have to confirm the same password. So first time I'm not confirming the password. I'm going to add some different password here, and if I will try to submit, this thrown error as the password field confirmation does not match. Alright, so the validations are working properly using Laravel Fortify. Before updating the password, if we'll come to the Laravel Fortify service provider, inside app providers, we have the Fortify service provider. Here we can see we have the update user password action registered in this boot method. So let's check out this action. We have the actions folder inside app. Here we have the update user password. Inside this, we have the update function. So if you will take a look to the route here, we can see this is triggering this password controller update function. So Laravel Fortify triggers the update function through this action here. So in this action update function, we have the validation for the current password, new password and the confirm password. After the successful validation, this will change that password here. If any error is there, then that will be captured here in the validation bag as update password. So if we'll come to the update password form again, and if we'll scroll down, while capturing the validation error messages, this is captured through the validation error bag as update password, and in the Fortify action, we have the same validation error bag as update password. So due to the same validation error key, we are able to see the validation error messages here in the form. Now let's come to the browser again. Now let's try to update the password. So firstly, I will enter the current password, that is 123456778. Now I will add the new password. So I want to set the new password as admin @123. Next, this time I will confirm the new password. So I will add admin @123. Now if I will click on save, we can see we don't have any validation error message. That means password has been changed. But again here we could not see that success message after the successful updation of the password. So for this we will have to display that session status first. So let's come to the update password form again. If we'll scroll down, here we can see the condition is added as if session status is password updated, then this will display that success message here. Here we will have to increase the timeout because after displaying the success message, that was going away within 2 seconds. So I will add 3 seconds here. This is fine. Now if we'll refresh, again if I will change the password as 123456778 and the new password I want to set as 123456789. I will confirm that. If I will click on save, yes, the password is updated and we can see we have the success message here. So we have successfully added the update password functionality here. Now in the profile settings, Laravel Breeze provides one more functionality as profile delete. So from there we can delete the current account. So let's enable that functionality. That is not related with Laravel Fortify, but I will enable that because here this will come inside this. So I will uncomment this feature, and if we'll come here inside this delete user form, here we can see we have the form action as profile.destroy and the form method is delete. By clicking on that delete button, this will ask for the confirmation. Are you sure you want to delete the account? And if you will confirm, so you will have to add the current password in order to delete that account. Alright, and thereafter this will dispatch the current action. So firstly we will have to check this route in the route list related to profile.destroy. If I will come to the terminal, here we don't have the profile.destroy route, so that we will have to add it manually. So let's come to the web.php. Here we have the profile.destroy route provided by Laravel Breeze. So I will enable this. Now we have the profile.destroy route here. Okay. This profile update route is not needed now because we have implemented that using Laravel Fortify. Alright. Let me clean this. Also this auth.php route file is not needed now. So we can remove this. This is fine. Now let's come to the terminal again. If I will refresh the route list, we have the delete route added as profile.destroy. So this will fulfill the functionality to delete the account in the profile settings. So let's come to the browser now. Let me refresh this page. We have the delete account functionality added here. If I will try to delete this account, this asked for the confirmation as, are you sure you want to delete? And in order to delete this account, firstly we will have to give our confirmation by entering the current password. So if I will add password as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and if I will click on delete account, we can see that account has been deleted, and that redirected me to the home page because that account does not exist now. Now if we will try to log in through that account again, if we click on login, we can see this said these credentials do not match our records. Next, we will be working on the reset password functionality. So currently in the login page, we can see we don't have the reset password option here. So let's enable this feature in the Fortify configuration. So I will enable this reset password functionality. Now if I will come to the browser again, if I will refresh, we can see we have the forget password option here. Now if I will try to click on this forget password, this thrown error as that reset password view does not exist. So we will have to render that view using Laravel Fortify function itself. So unlike register and login, we already added that functionality to render the register and login view here. So let's come to the code editor. So if we'll search for Fortify service provider, inside app providers, we have the Fortify service provider, and if we'll scroll down, we have the register and login view added here. So similar to these, we will have to add it for reset password view. After this, forget password view. Here we will add Fortify : request password reset link. Inside this, we will have to add the anonymous function, and we will have to render the view here. So before rendering the view, let's come to the resources, views folder. We have the auth folder here. This is provided by Laravel Breeze. Inside this auth folder, we have the forgot password blade. So if we'll click on this, we have a form, and inside this we have a input field as email address, and we have a submit button to generate the password reset link. And this form action is password.email, and this is expecting the post method for this route. So if I will come to the terminal, and if we'll refresh this route list, because we already enabled that password reset functionality in the Fortify configuration, now we can see we have two more routes added by Laravel Fortify in order to manage the password reset functionality. Alright, so let's come to the code editor again. Inside this Fortify service provider, let's render that forgot password view here. So I will add return view auth.forgot password. Let's come to the browser again. Let's refresh now. We can see the forgot password view is rendered successfully. Here we have the email password reset link. So we will have to provide that email address for which we want to reset the password. So let me check the other registered users in the database. So I will come to the database SQLite, and inside this users table, we have two users registered here, admin@test.com. Alright, so we will try to reset the password for this registered user. Okay, so basically in this forgot password functionality, this will send an email link to update your password. So basically in this forgot your password functionality, when you will enter your email address, and if you will click on email password reset link, this will send a password reset link on that email address, and through that you will be able to reset your password. So here we will need email functionality to be enabled, and for that only we will have to configure the email credentials in the .env file. Rest Laravel Fortify will manage the email functionality. So if we will come to the .env file, we'll scroll down. Here we have the mail configuration, and this is the default one. So in order to send the email, we'll have to provide the credentials here. Alright, so I already have one Mailtrap account, so I will add the credentials from there. So if I will come to the Mailtrap account, here I have the Mailtrap integration. I will copy this SMTP host here, and inside this mail host we will have to add that credential. This is sandbox.smtp mailtrap, and in the mail mailer I will have to add as SMTP. Now let's add the port. So we can add any of the port as 25465, 587 or 2525. So by default we have the 2525, this is fine. We will have to add the mail username. So let me add this we'll have to add the password. I will add the password here. Now regarding the mail encryption, I will add TLS, and we will have to add the mail from address. So I will add mail from address here. Let's suppose mesh@programmingfields.com. Okay, this is done. So after this example, I will reset these credentials from here. So please don't try to use that. Now let's come to the application again. Let's refresh it once. I will enter that email address for which I want to reset the password. So if we'll come to the database again for that user, we have the email address as admin@test.com. So let's add that admin@test.com. If I will click on email password reset link, you can see this is processing the email. Let's wait for the couple of seconds. Yes, we got the success response as we have emailed your password reset link. Alright, now let's check that mailbox. If I will refresh it here, we can see we received a password notification email here. If I will click on this, here we can see we have the email template body provided by Laravel Breeze package. We have the reset password button, and also we have the reset password link. In case if you will have any trouble while clicking on this reset password, simply you can copy this link and you can open this in the browser. Okay, and here we have the email from address, and this is sent out to this email address. However, this email address is invalid, but in the mail trap you can see the delivered email messages, and this password reset link will be expired in 60 minutes. So if we'll click on this reset password, this will throw error for the next blade view. What I will do, I will simply copy this link from here, and I will come to that same window where I have application running, and here I will paste that reset password link, and if I will hit enter, we can see this thrown error as reset password view response is not instantiable. So for resetting the password, again this is expecting a view file. In that we have to add the new password. So let's enable this view again in the Fortify service provider. So we will have to add reset password view. So I will add Fortify reset password view. Okay, inside this again we will have to call the anonymous function, and we will have to render the view. So let's check out the view again in the resources views folder. Again we will have to go inside auth. We have the reset password bleed. Inside this we have a form, and this action is password.store, and we have the email address, we have a password field, and we have the confirm password field. So let's render this view here. I will add return view auth.reset password. This is done. Let's come to the browser again. Let's refresh this view. Now this said route password.store not defined. So if we'll come to the reset password blade, here we will see the form route action is password.store. If we'll come to the terminal and if we'll verify the routes, we don't have any password.store route here. Instead, Laravel Fortify provides password.update route. Alright, so we will have to change this route here in the form action as password.update. Okay, the method will be post, that is same. Now let's come to the browser again. Let's refresh it again. Now this said undefined variable $request. Let's check this. Here we can see we have an input type hidden just for the token, and this is capturing the token from the request route function. So instead of $request, I will use this request function because we will be capturing that token from this URL request. Okay, let's refresh now. Again we will have to add it for email address as well, because in the request URL we can see we are getting that email address. For that we want to reset the password, so we will have to add it here. So we are getting this request email, so I will add request function email. This is for email address. Alright, this is fine. Let's come to the browser again. Let's refresh. Yes, we can see that reset password view is rendered successfully, and we have that email address. For that we want to change the password. Now here we will have to add the new password. So I will add password as, let's suppose, admin@12345. I will confirm that password here, admin@12345. Here we will have the form validation as well. So if I will add something different, this said password field confirmation does not match. Let's try again by adding the correct password. So I will add admin@12345. Admin@12345. Let's click on reset password. We can see we received success message as your password has been reset, and we have successfully landed on the login page now. Alright. Now if you will come to that email password reset link again, and if you will copy it from here, and in the new tab, if you will try to open that link, and if you will try to reset the password again, let's suppose I will enter the new password here, and if I will click on reset password now, you can see this thrown error as this password reset token is invalid, because this is one time password, and every time while resetting the password you will have to generate a new token. So that link is not valid now. So we have successfully changed the password. Now let's try to log in through the updated password here. So we have the email as admin@test.com, and we have the password as admin@12345. Let's click on login. Yes, we have logged in now, and we have redirected to the dashboard page again. Again, we have the profile option as profile. From here we can update the profile information, we can update the password, and even we can delete the account. Alright, we have the logout option here. So that's it for today's video. I hope this guide on implementing password updates and forgot password functionality using Laravel Fortify and Breeze was helpful. We have now covered the core authentication features in Laravel 11, from registration and login to profile management. And today we have added the crucial password management features as well. With these implementations, your Laravel app is well on its way to being secure and user-friendly. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us grow and keeps us motivated to bring more tutorials your way. However, if you have any questions, then drop them in the comments below and I will be sure to help you out. So stay tuned for next video, where we will cover more advanced topics to take your Laravel authentications to the next level. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, happy coding.